Very good morning, children. Children, we have finished with lesson number 1. Today we'll start with lesson number 2, that is plant structure and function. Okay? Let's recall. Children, what helps us to easily identify the plants around us? Yes, they have different structures of stems, leaves, right, children? Flowers, fruits, etc. And with the help of these things, we all are able to identify that this is a particular plant, right, children? Which are the various parts of the plant? We all know that roots, stem, leaves, flowers, fruits, etc. are the different parts of a plant, right? But these different parts of the plant are different. Okay, children? The roots, stem, leaves, flowers, fruits, etc. of different plants are different. We can identify the plants with the help of these different characteristics. Oh, okay, children. Now, let us go in detail about the plant organs or the structure of a plant. Fine. Now, first we will see about roots. You have to do here an activity. Keep a moistened ball of crumpled paper in a conical flask. Place some soaked moth beans or gram seeds in the flask between the paper and the glass wall. And you have to observe and note the changes. Okay, children? Now, what will be the changes? The part that grows from inside the seed towards the soil is called as radicle, and the part that grows above the soil is called as plumule. Children, here you all can clearly see the plumule and the radicle. Radicle is the part that grows inside the seed. Okay, don't get confused in these two things. Radicle is the one which grows inside the seed, and plumule is the one which grows outside the seed. See the figure 2.1, children, for formation of root. Yes, there you can see in the below radicle and at the top plumule. Yes, so radicle is the part that grows inside the seed and plumule is the part that grows above the soil. Okay, children? Yes. The root that forms from the radicle grows into the ground. Okay, the root is thick near the ground and it gradually tapers to a pointed end. This part growing below the soil for support is called as the root. Did you understand, children, what is the meaning of the root? Yes, the part of the plant growing below the soil. Roots are always below the soil, right, children? Are they all above the soil? No. Roots are always below the soil. So, the part of the plant that grows below the soil and it gives support to the plant, that part is called as root. Fine. Now, children, see figure 2.2, taproot. Okay, children, what is it that we'll see? Roots of some plants produce secondary roots that grow obliquely and spread far and wide in the soil. Okay, children, roots support the plant, and this type of root is called as taproot. Children, you can see in figure 2.2 that there is a main root and sideways of that there are secondary roots formed. Yes, see the figure carefully, children. From above, we'll see the namings. Secondary roots, yes. Primary root, okay, the main root. Then root hair, root tip, and root cap. Okay, children, what are these? That we will see now. Root hair are hair-like processes near the root tips. These are root hairs. Okay, children, the root tip is delicate. This is the region of the growth of the root. The tip is covered by a cap-like structure called as root cap. The root cap protects the root tip from injuries. Okay, children? This was all about root cap, root tip, and root hairs. Fine? Next is another activity. Take a glass jar and fill 3/4 of it with water. Place an onion on the mouth of the jar in such a way that the roots are towards the water, and observe the growth of the roots for 8 days. Okay, what you will observe is that thread like or fiber like roots arise from the stem, and these are called as fibrous roots. Fine, children? Yes. Thus, there are two main types of roots. Which are they, children? Taproots and fibrous roots. Fine? Dicotyledonous plants have taproots, while monocotyledonous plants have fibrous roots. Dicotyledonous plants. Di means two, cotyledons means seeds. So, those plants which are dicotyledonous means which have two seeds, they have what? Taproots. And the plants which bear monocotyledons, that is only a single seed, they bear what? Fibrous roots. Okay, children? Sow the seeds of plants like mustard, sorghum, maize, pea, coriander in an earthen pot. Cultivate the plant for 8 days, and once the plant is grown, uproot them and see your observation. Okay, children? Yes. Now, the soil will get washed off without any harm to the roots. Observe the roots carefully. Plants like maize, sugarcane, sorghum have two types of roots. Some roots are underground, whereas some grow from the stem just above the soil. And such roots are called as adventitious roots. Besides the normal functions like absorption of water and minerals, anchoring and supporting the plant, roots perform some other functions too. Okay, roots show some modifications to perform these additional functions. Some examples of such modified roots are aerial roots, stilt roots, runners, breathing roots, that is pneumatophores, etc. Children, I know very well that all these terms are very much new to you, but you have to keep in mind these terms. Okay, children? Yes. Now, we will see about water level. For that, you have to do an experiment. Take some water in a small glass jar. Put a plantlet in it in such a way that its roots are dipped in the water. Mark the water level on the jar and add 5 ml of oil to the water. Record the water level on the next day. Children, what will be your observations? Yes, your observations will be the level of the water has decreased. Okay, Why this so? Because it will be absorbed by the plant for its growth. Yes, children? Okay. Now we will see some great things in Do You Know? Roots emerging from the trunk and branches of a banyan tree grow towards the soil. Yes, children, we all know this. These roots are called as prop roots. Fine. Up till now, we had seen which two of the roots? Tap roots and fibrous roots, right, children? Now we are seeing prop roots. The best example of prop roots is that of a banyan tree. In the beginning, banyan tree has very few prop roots, but later on, their number increases so much that it appears like a small forest. Okay, just imagine, children, the roots expand or spread so fast that it appears as if it is a small forest. Fine. In Kolkata, a 250 years old banyan tree in the Indian Botanical Garden covers a very large area and it is supported by thousands of prop roots. Fine? Yes. Now, this was all about root. Now we'll see about stem. The stem grows above the soil from the plumule of the sprouting seed. As the sprout grows, the length of stem gradually increases too. Okay? There are nodes on the stem. Leaves come out of that nodes. The part of the stem between the two nodes is called as an internode. The tip or the apical end of the stem is called as a bud. Fine? See, children, figure 2.6, parts of a stem. You can see growing end, yes, bud, right? The nodes, leaf, internode, yes, children, these are all parts of a stem. Fine? Then we will see about leaf. Leaves grow from the nodes of a stem. Generally, the leaves are thin, flat and green in color. The broad spread out part of the leaf is called as leaf blade or lamina, and its edge is called as leaf margin. Leaf margins may be entire, dentate or lobed. You can see the figure here. Yes, children, figure of entire edge, margin, figure of dentate margin and figure of lobed margin. Yes, children. See the parts of a leaf. See from the bottom: leaf base, stipule, petiole, leaf blade, mid vein because it is in the middle. Then veins, leaf margin and leaf apex. Okay. The tip of the leaf is called as the leaf apex. It may be tapering, pointed or rounded. Leaves of some plants have a stalk called as a petiole. Leaves of some plants do not have a petiole. The portion of the leaf attached to the stem is called as a leaf base. Small leaf-like structures may be present near the leaf base. These are called as stipules. Children, but do you see stipules in all the plants? No. Your answer is obviously no, right? Leaves of some plants have a single and divided leaf blade and a single midrib. Such leaves are called as simple leaves. However, the leaf blade of leaves in some plants is divided into many small parts called as leaflets. Okay, and such leaves are called as compound leaves. So, simple leaves and compound leaves are the two main types of leaves. Children, we will stop here for today and we will continue with the lesson in our next lecture. Thank you.